Hello students, I welcome you in our social science class. Today we are going to learn economics first chapter, that is development. So let's start with the topic. So first, let us know what is development. Development means the desires of different people for a better life. Every people is having a desire for a development, for a better life. So whatever they desire for having a better life, that is called the development. Like for example, a farmer, for him better life means he should have a land, he should have water supply for irrigation, he should have electricity for irrigation. So that he'll call as development. If you go in a city, if you ask to a man what is development, he would say more factories, a big shopping mall, proper roads, electricity supply, that he'll call. If you'll ask to a boy what is development, he would say a shopping mall, a Pizza Hut, a water park, a discotheque. These all things they'll say as development. So here development means whatever a person desires that particular thing would make his life better, that will become your development. So that is the first thing. Now we come on the second topic, that is development goals. As you see in your NCERT textbook, on second page you will have a table. Okay, that is important. Why? Because in every time in board exam, some or the other question is asked from that table. It shows the development goals. As we have seen, every person has different development goals. So here you will find list of different people and their development goals. So if we see commonly, every people desire one particular thing which they consider which would make their life better, that is money. Everyone desire for money, everyone desire for higher income, everyone desire for more income. So first thing is development goal is money. Second thing every people desire is a job. Okay, next thing is your job. Apart from that, every people desire for an infrastructure, which means roads, communication, electricity supply, market. That is next thing which people consider as a development goal. Apart from this, people consider schools, hospitals, colleges, this as their development goal. Now, if we go to a village side, they consider electricity as their development goal, proper water supply as their development goal. If you go to a farmer, according to them, proper irrigation supply, electricity. So students, after going these all things, we finally consider that these all things are development goals of a person. Now let's move to next part, indicators of development. When you want to compare different nations, you compare on different indicators. So there are two major categories, monetary and non-monetary. So firstly we'll see the monetary indicators of development. So now in monetary indicators of development, first one is your national income. So national income means the income of all the people in a country who are living in 1 year, the sum total of their income is known as national income. I repeat, the income of all the people in a country in a year when added together, that becomes your national income. So the country where the total income of all the people is higher is considered a developed country, where the total income of all the people is less is known as underdeveloped country. That is your first monetary indicator of development. Now we see the second monetary indicators of development, that is per capita income. Per capita income means, as we have seen, in a country where the population is very large, obviously there what will happen, the total income may be higher. And in a country where population is less, their total income may be less. But there can be a problem. So that is solved by per capita income. It is also known as average income. In that, what we do is that we take the total national income and we divide it with the total population of that particular country. So we get an average income, which is known as per capita income, which becomes an apt indicator of development. So irrespective of the population, we get an exact idea of how much is the average income of all the people based on the total population. So these are the two main monetary indicators of development. So student, as we have seen monetary indicators, now same way we have non-monetary indicators of development. Among them, first is the literacy rate. The country with the highest literacy rate is considered developed country. The country with less literacy rate is considered undeveloped country. Now we'll see the definition of literacy rate. Literacy rate means ability to read and write in their own mother tongue up to the age of 13. That is called your literacy rate. Now second indicator of development is infant mortality rate. The country with higher infant mortality rate is undeveloped country, and the countries with the low infant mortality rate is considered a developed country. Up now, let's see the definition of infant mortality rate. It means that the number of deaths in a year in per thousand is known as infant mortality rate. Next indicator of development is net attendance ratio. The more the net attendance ratio is, the higher the country is considered developed. The less net attendance ratio is, the country is called undeveloped. Net attendance ratio means how many number of people are enrolled and how many of them complete their education. That is your net attendance ratio. After this, we see public facilities is also an important indicator of development. So public facility here means road transportation, communication facilities, other proper drinking water. These all things are called public facilities. The country with more public facilities like road, railway transport, air transport, water transport are developed country, and the country where you are having these facilities less is considered an undeveloped country. Then next indicator of development is, now one of the important indicator of development is Human Development Index. On the basis of this, almost today all the countries are compared on the basis of Human Development Index. Human Development Index actually is a list of different indicators of development. Based on that, all the different indicators a country is considered developed or undeveloped, because every people require different things they consider as the development goals. So for country also we consider same. So in Human Development Index, we see the national income, we see the per capita income, we see the net attendance ratio, we see the literacy rate, we see the birth rate, we see the death rate. So on different indicators, we give certain points to every country, and the country which is having highest points based on different indicators, that country is developed. So this is your Human Development Index. So student, this was your chapter on development. Now here important things which you have to know for board exam purpose, that is are the different indicators of development. I hope you understand. Have a nice day.